Episode 4 of Love You to Death begins with Raul returning home and finding Gina there sobbing. Edu tries to calm her down, knowing that she's making all of this about herself, while Raul just stands there awkwardly. Gina is still here, and she decides to go out of her way to try and please Raul. Raul doesn't tell her to leave though, and she even follows him out to the supermarket. As for Marta, she's being kicked out her apartment. Her parents have a whole speech laid out for her, but in the end, their decision is final. However, when she reveals that she's pregnant and needs a roof over her head, they call her out for lying. That is, until her sister confirms the news. Marta squirms when she mentions to her folks that she's in a serious relationship, not wanting to admit that she's a single mother. Instead, she wants Raul to do her a solid and pretend to be her longtime boyfriend. Part of that includes a whole bunch of different pictures together to try and show they've been a couple a while. Back at Marta's, she even has him cook so they can make it through a dinner too. Marta gives him tips on how and when to kiss, and there's some good banter here, especially when Raul suggests they should practice beforehand. Unfortunately, Marta ends up having some nutmeg in her food, which she's allergic to, and her face starts swelling up. Unable to find her pills, her family arrive at the front door just in time for dinner. Obviously, Raul has no idea where anything is in this apartment, and it's all rather awkward. While they eat, the pair try to concoct a plan together, but of course Anna knows what's up here and sees through the facade. There's a hilarious explanation for why Raul doesn't have his toothbrush, but then things turn really awkward when his phone starts blowing up and he rambles about armless dogs. Anna takes her sister aside and is shocked when she finds out part of the reason she's keeping her babe is to stay in the apartment. Marta's mom has already figured it out and reluctantly tells Marta she can keep the apartment but doesn't need to stay with someone just for them. Marta's father? Well, he's a big idiot. Afterwards, Marta encourages Raul to stick around. The pair spend a lot of time together, watching movies and eventually talking outside. This inevitably leads to the pair kissing and having sex. In the middle of the night, Raul wakes up and finds a ton of messages on his phone where it had earlier blew up. Turns out his whole family now know about his cancer. At the front door, he rings his mom, reading for the whirlwind of emotion to ensue. So Love You to Death returns with another good episode, and out of all the rom-coms to be released lately, this one is certainly one of the better options. It's funny, full of sentimental moments, and the characters are pretty endearing too. Raul and Marta have good chemistry together, and the family lunch was hilariously awkward from start to finish. It's clear that the truth is going to come out sooner rather than later with these two, and it remains to be seen exactly how well they're going to take it. In the meantime, this is one of those shows that's almost certainly going to hold up better as a binge watch than waiting every week for each installment. Either way, roll on next week.